Okay, so this is a quick video on behalf of two of the people I tutor. So if you're an A-level kid, you can tune out now because this is aimed literally at 14-year-olds. If you really need to hear my voice, you can listen in. I'll teach you how to do a quadratic. So what we're going to do with the quadratic, we're going to use factorisation as a method of solving it. Okay, so here we've got x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0 as our example. That's the question we're going to do. And what I'm going to do is walk you through the method of how you can use factorisation to help you solve an equation. So here we've got x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0. I want to factorise that first of all, and the rule is you need to find two numbers that times to make the last number, so c, if you remember your ax squared plus bx plus c, and you need two numbers, the same two numbers need to add up to make 6. And here we've got 4 and 2, all right? So 4 and 2 is your example there. You put those things in the brackets, x plus 4, x plus 2 equals 0, and you've most of the way done to solving the question, so it's really very, very simple. But once you get there, it's not just a matter of going, the answers are 4 and 2. Because in fact, think of the logic. If x plus 4, x plus 2 equals 0, they're two things multiplying each other. The only thing you can do to make something equal 0, if in a multiplication, is make one of them 0. So if x plus 4 equals 0, what would make the bracket x plus 4 equal 0? Minus 4. What would make the bracket of x plus 2 equal 0? Well, if x was minus 2. If you want it in very simple terms, you merely switch the sign of the number inside the bracket, but really I want you to understand, because that doesn't always work, especially if you've got something like 2x plus 5 in your factorisation, which you won't get today on anything I'm going to give you in this particular video, but you may well get later on. So just recap that. You get it into brackets and then make each bracket equal 0, solve that equation. So x plus 4 equals 0 implies that x equals minus 4. X plus 2 equals 0 implies that x is minus 2. All right? I'm going to give you one more example, a slightly harder one, which actually got negative numbers in it. Obviously, this one had negative numbers in the solution, but negative numbers in the actual working, just to show you how that works, and that will be that. So here we are, we've got a second example here. Factorising a monic quadratic, x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So what I'm going to do is ask you to pause the video now and see if you can figure it out yourself first. Take 3 or 4 minutes to do that, and if you can't, pop back here in just a moment for the solution. Okay, here's the solution. So what you see is we need two numbers to add to make the middle number and times to make the final number. And those are going to be minus 5 and plus 3. Minus 5 times plus 3 is minus 15. Minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. So hopefully that's not too difficult to work out. Put those numbers in a bracket and then make each bracket 0. So x minus 5 equals 0 implies that x equals 5. X plus 3 equals 0 implies that x equals minus 3. So that's your solution. Now, why are we doing this method? Because factorising is just so much faster than using the formula, which is something we practiced earlier on today. Why would you not factorise if the opportunity is there? How would you know when you can factorise? Well, that's going to be in the next video. Actually, it's not going to be the next video, it's going to be a video after this. So for your next video, I'll show you how to factorise things with a number in front of the x squared. It says factorising a monic quadratic, and really I should have explained that at the beginning of the video. A monic quadratic is just a quadratic with an x squared, not 3x squared or a 7x squared. So basically there is no number in front of the x squared other than 1. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you on this particular video is your homework. You've got 5 questions. I'll be making another video for you probably by Tuesday or Wednesday, and that's going to be on the subjects that I've told you about. So I'm just going to jump cut to your homework. Okay, so here's your homework. Very, very simple. I want you to solve the following 5 equations. Now, obviously, you're going to need a ton more practice than that, and I will set more homework once you've done these 5. What's your job here? Seeing as you've got no classwork to do, I don't know what the hell your school's up to. All you've got to do is, as soon as you've done these questions, with working out, you get your mum to send them to me by picture, and then I'll expect the answers by Wednesday. No later than that, please. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I'll see you around.